My name is Maya. I was 29 years old. I was a painter. I lived alone in a small apartment in Chicago. Painting was my life. It was the only thing that made me feel calm. But painting did not always bring money. Some months were good. When I sold a big painting, I felt rich for a short time. I bought good food. I bought fruits, vegetables, and meat. I paid my bills on time. I slept well at night. I felt proud of myself. I felt like a real artist. But some months were very bad. Sometimes I did not sell anything for 2 or 3 months. During those times, my money slowly went away. I stopped buying good food. I ate bread, rice, and cheap soup. I turned off lights early to save power. I sat very still in my apartment. I was afraid to spend even a little money. My life with money was never the same. It went up and down. I loved my apartment. It was small, but it was mine. The walls were covered with my paintings. The floor was old. The window looked out onto a busy street. I liked to watch people walk past. But the rent was high. Every month, the number felt bigger and heavier. Then my biggest problem started. I did not pay the rent for 1 month. I told myself I would pay next month. Then I did not pay for the second month. I felt sick every time I thought about it. By the third month, my bank account was empty. I checked my phone again and again. I hoped to see money appear. It never did. I stopped answering calls. I stopped checking messages. When someone knocked in the hallway, my heart jumped. At night, I lay in bed and looked at the ceiling. I thought about the rent. I thought about my landlord, Eric. Eric owned the building. He was quiet and serious. I knew he would come soon. One morning, I heard a knock on my door. My hands started to shake. My mouth felt dry. I already knew who it was. I walked slowly to the door. I took a deep breath and opened it. It was Eric. He looked tired. His face was calm, but his eyes were firm. He said, "Maya, we need to talk. You are 3 months late. I cannot wait anymore." I felt small. I felt ashamed. I looked down at the floor. I said, "Please, Eric, just give me 1 more week. Only 7 days. I have someone who wants to buy my painting. I promise." Eric did not shout. He did not smile. He stepped inside my apartment without asking. He looked around at my paintings. He sighed. "You always say this," he said quietly. His words hurt because they were true. I said the same thing many times before. Next week, soon, just 1 more chance. I wanted to say sorry. I wanted to beg. But my voice felt stuck. Eric stood very close to me. I could feel his breath. My heart beat fast. I suddenly noticed things I never noticed before. His eyes, his hands, the way he looked at me. Not like a landlord, but like a man. He said, "Is there another way to fix this?" For a moment, I did not understand. Then I saw his eyes. They were not looking at the paintings. They were not looking at my hands. They were looking at my lips. My chest felt tight. A clear thought came into my mind. This feels wrong. He is my landlord. I am scared and lonely. That makes everything confusing. A small voice inside me said, "Stop. This will hurt you later." For one moment, I wanted to step back and say no. He did not touch me yet. He waited. The choice was still mine, but I did not move. I stayed where I was. I wanted to feel close to someone. I wanted to feel seen. He moved closer. We kissed. At that moment, I forgot about rent. I forgot about money. I forgot about fear. We went to the bedroom. That night, I felt warm. I felt safe. I felt like I mattered to someone. In the morning, everything felt different. Eric got dressed quickly. He did not look at me. He did not smile. He said nothing. He left the apartment like the night never happened. I sat on the bed for a long time. My chest felt heavy. I asked myself if I imagined everything. Did it mean something to him? Or was it just about the rent? I wrapped the blanket around me. I suddenly felt small. I did not feel proud. I felt confused. 2 days later, I walked down the hallway. I saw my neighbors, Mrs. Lewis and Mr. Grant. They stood near the stairs. They stopped talking when they saw me. Their faces changed. I smiled. They did not smile back. As I walked past, I heard Mrs. Lewis whisper, "That's her. She pays rent with her body." My legs felt weak. My ears rang. I turned around, but they looked away. I ran back to my apartment and locked the door. I sat down on the floor and cried. How did they know? Did Eric tell them? That night, Eric came again. "The neighbors are talking," he said. This looks bad for me. My heart broke. He did not ask how I felt. He did not say sorry. He only talked about his name, his business, his image. "You cannot stay here," he said. "You still owe the rent." Something inside me changed. I stood up straight. My voice was calm. "I did not sleep with you to pay rent," I said. "I did it because I liked you, but you are afraid of people. You are weak." I packed my clothes. I took my paintings. I left. The pain stayed with me, but something else stayed too. Freedom. 2 months later, I lived in a smaller, cheaper place. I painted again. I slept better. I saved money slowly. I sent Eric the rent money by mail. Not for him, for me. One day he came to my door. He asked for dinner. He said, "Sorry." I looked at him and said, "No." I closed the door. I chose myself. That was enough. I was free. The lesson is this: never give away your respect for temporary help. When you make choices that hurt your heart, you lose more than you gain. True freedom comes when you choose yourself, even when it is hard. Your dignity is worth more than anything.